Senior setter Jakob Tella leads the nation's most prolific offense as Hawaii ranks #1 in both kills per set and assists per set and second in hitting percentage. Coming up, it's 1 versus 2 in the Big West. The Anteaters of UC Irvine and the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. And with that, we welcome you inside Simplify Arena at Stan Sheriff Center. Kanoa Leahy sitting next to Chris McLaughlin. C-Mac, take us through the Kaiser Permanente keys to the match.
For UC Irvine, it's the Heno Hammer, nation's leader with 73 aces. Number 11 will definitely challenge Hawaii's passers. And for Hawaii, feed the middles. The UCI pin blockers are very solid. Better to stay away from them.
It will be Hawaii serving first, coming in 22-2 overall on the season, 5-1 in the Big West Conference. The Anteaters 16-6, still yet to suffer a defeat in league play. But the standings have created a differentiation between the top 3 and bottom 3 in the conference, a distinct difference. And Irvine has yet to beat Hawaii or Long Beach State, in fact, have yet to face either of those teams. They will over the last 2 weeks of the regular season. The violation goes against Hawaii, so point Irvine. The Hawaiian Financial FCU starting lineups scrolling at the bottom of your screen. It will be Doug Dom, guy listed as an outside hitter, but has played multiple positions, lining up as a middle blocker these days. Meanwhile, Spiros Hakas gets the set on the opposite position, and he puts it down. He's averaging 3.74 kills per set. That's second on the team.
Great little misdirection by Tella that time, running toward left front and back setting to Spiros on the right side. Spiros with a one-on-one situation.
Here's Hakas, the team leader in aces with 26. Set goes middle. That's Connor Campbell getting the swing. It's blocked back and then saved over the net. So Tella with the set that was off the mark. And it's going to be a back row attacker because of the fact that the set went over the net. And Charlie Wade is going to argue the point on that. It's going to be a point for UC Irvine as it currently stands. I think Charlie Wade suggesting that Jakob was on the floor when he set that ball.
Well, Jakob is getting an explanation of it right now. And the R1 very definitely is not going to change his mind on this one.
Matthew Laveau is the R1 across the way. Wayne Lee the R2. And the line judges Kevin Chun and Mark Nakashima. UC Irvine 6-3 on the road here in 2023. Served by Francesco Sani was an absolute missile. Here's Chaz Galloway on the outside. And Chaz has been elevating his game literally and figuratively here in Big West Conference play. 3.3 kills per set, hitting .417 since the league started.
He has really turned it up a notch, to be sure. How about that pass from Schuer there, taking the missile, as you said, from Sani? Probably like 75-mile-an-hour one.
2 serving 2, and that one goes long, so the point going to the Anteaters.
It's going to be a serving contest, by the way, tonight, Kanoa. There's going to be a lot of aces, there's going to be a lot of errors, and a lot of excitement when you, one team or the other, passes the other team's best server.
And here is Irvine's best server, Ilir Heno, 6'8" sophomore from France. And he delivers an ace. That is his 74th ace of the season. This is his 75th set played this season.
He's unbelievable.
Look at the angle there.
Yeah, he really basically almost runs outside the court and attacks it and brings it back to area 6. Tough one to pass, and it's coming with heat, too.
He can also pull the string, though, like he does right there. It tickles the tape, so it's Schuer who has to set the bump set to Dimi, and Demetrios Muklias is able to explode on it, and Hawaii gets out of that rotation with Heno behind the line.
Ooh, they're lucky to get out of there with only one. That was almost a second ace right there by Heno. He loves to serve that changeup.
Good bump set there by the former setter, now libero, Brett Schuer. Muklias now getting ready to serve. 6'6" junior from Soufli, Greece. Team leader with 3.87 kills per set. Into the net it goes. We talk about the battle from the service line. How much is it an imperative for either team to, as you put it, go for it based on that balance between getting it in and possibly serving it out?
That's a great question. I think both coaches would like to see between 85 and 90% in. I'm telling you that for sure.
Well,
secondly, how about the chance? When are you ever going to see 5 of the top 7 servers in the league on the same court at the same time? Very rare.
Cole Hoagland finding the floor there. You see his numbers hitting .492 on the year. And now Chaz Galloway back behind the line to serve. 4 serving 5. Heno with a pass tight to the net, so going over on 2 was Joe Carlos, 6-foot redshirt junior from Costa Mesa, California. He's a transfer from Pepperdine. Was actually an MPS all-freshman team selection back in 2020, then played in just 13 matches in 2021. Did not play any volleyball last season at the collegiate level, and here he is now for Irvine, and David Niffin just raves about him. Nucleus, though, able to split the uprights of the block.
And what a set from Chaz Galloway from 20 feet away. Does a nice job of giving Demi a prime set.
See what Demi did Saturday at UC Santa Barbara. 14 kills, hit .520, just fat numbers. 5 serving 6. Here's Hoagland. Good serve, good pass though there by Cole Gillis on the outside. It's Sani cross court and in. Francesco Sani, familiar territory, hitting from the outside pin, although he did make the switch basically mid-season last year to the opposite position, and it kind of changed the dynamic of their look.
Yeah, he gets a lot more sets that way. He gets set in the back row a lot more.
Serve goes long though by Cole Gillis. Yeah, that triumvirate of pin hitters, Cole Gillis, Francesco Sani, Elir Heno. They have taken this UC Irvine team and they have put them into the top 5 in the national rankings. But what, you got a pretty good triumvirate of pin hitters on its side of the net, as well, as you pointed out in the pregame though, C-Mac. Outside here is Heno, and that one goes into the pin. Set was a little wide, and so Hawaii able to tie it up.
Rare error from Heno, and I think that set was just, as you said, a little bit wide. Tough to set a left-hander on the left side. You got to really be on the money.
Here's Tella. Good serve, good pass though by Heno. He'll get the high ball set. 2 blockers up, and he is stopped. Voss jumping up next to Demetrius Muklias. Guilherme Voss, team leader with 1.08 blocks per set as the average, 77 blocks total, and a 3-point run here for the Rainbow Warriors.
Voss so steady in the middle, both as a hitter and a blocker.
Carlos goes backside. Here's Sani. The tip shot drops. Just a cagey maneuver there by the 6'8 junior from Bethesda, Maryland. Lived a portion of his childhood in Italy, native land of his father.
Still goes back every summer. And boy, can he ever bring the heat.
Reigning AVCA Player of the Week. Went crazy against CSUN a weekend ago. Here's Muklias, block. Good cover there by Hakas. So Tella goes to Voss. Did you see that?
Somebody called Sports Center. As was said last week in Santa Barbara, the play-by-play guy, that was a great call when Tella got his Kong. But how about that? I hope we have a replay of that. We have a replay of that? Watch this. The side set 3. Nobody does that.
Jakob Tella, who takes the creativity at that center position
Another level.
to levels unseen at times. Hakas, who that one just missed the end line. The crowd at that end of the arena felt like it was in, and in fact it gets overruled by the head referee, Matthew Laveau.
Yeah, the R1 overruled there immediately.
So an ace for Hakas, his team best 27th of the year.
And Niffin is standing right next to the play. And he's pulling the challenge card out. He knew that was good.
Carlos goes back row, and that is Cole Gillis just crushing. 6'5" redshirt junior from San Jose, California. Actually the most efficient of the 3 pin hitters in terms of his hitting percentage.
He's probably the best passer as well. Just a steady character out there on the court.
Hitting .334 this season. Here's Sani. That was slowed down by the netting. So the high ball goes to Muklius off the fingertips, diving save Sani, but nobody else could get it up. And Hawaii gets the kill and the point. Demetrius Muklius off to a solid start here. 3 kills on 4 swings, no errors, also has a block.
And here's a top 3 player in the league in miles per hour in serving. He can really bring it.
That was pretty high velo right there. And then he comes up with the dig. Tella backside, Muklius. Dug up by Cole Power, nicely done. Chased down by Sani. Free ball coming over the net. Tella with options. Backside, Muklius.
Nice little well-conceived play in transition there. Muklius, rather than staying out wide in the pin, he comes inside, gets inside the left side blocker. Perfectly placed set by Tella.
Hawaii with its largest lead of this opening frame. 12 serving 9. Keone Thim about to lay into it again. And a good serve, good pass though by Gillis. Here's Sani, sends it long. No touch up front. Another point for the Rainbow Warriors. And they have gone on an 8-2 run, forcing David Niffen to call a timeout. Big crowd here in Manoa. They're loving it at the moment.
Being a
Download today on the App Store or Google Play. Oh, we got an early update from Les Murakami Stadium. The Rainbow Warriors up 2-0 in the top of the 3rd inning against Bakersfield, trying to bounce back from a series opening defeat. 3-2 last night at the hands of the Roadrunners. Meanwhile, the Rainbow Warrior volleyballers are up now by 5 after Keone Thim deals an ace out of the deck. That's 4 straight Warrior points.
Well, he's having quite a turn back there at the service line right now.
Came up big in several instances over the last road stretch when Hawaii played at CSUN and at UCSB the last 2 weekends. And I think we're going to have a challenge here as David Niffen is going to take a look at this.
He only gets 3 challenges. If he loses this, he'll go down to 2. Not good if it's a long night.
There you see the officials. Wayne Lee will be the one taking a look at this replay.
Oh, it's way
that's
in.
it. Yeah.
Niff just used that as a timeout, I'm telling you.
I mean, he called a timeout moments ago. You have the 15-point timeout as well, the media timeout, which is right on the horizon. But David Niffen not liking the vibe here in this opening set, C-Mac.
That's an easy, quick call. Wayne Lee's got to drop his headset right now. There you go.
He heard
Thanks,
you.
Wayne.
He heard you maybe through the headset. So Hawaii up 14-9. And if Keone Thim can supply this kind of support as one of the serving specialists, along with Kana'i Akana, by the way, a great write-up by Jason Kaneshiro in the Honolulu Star Advertiser about Kana'i the other day. But if they can supply this kind of support, that would work wonders for Hawaii. You see him pull the string there, diving pass by Cole Power, and then the set goes over the net. Kick save there by Heno, and finally put down, but out. And so the point for UC Irvine on what was just a wacky play above the net. And that's going to force Charlie Wade to issue a challenge. And I think he's going to challenge that there was a touch before that ball went out. And so Wayne Lee very busy here at this juncture of set number 1. Nifty kick save there by Elir Heno, by the way, in the middle of that sequence. And then basically it turned into a veritable joust above the tape.
Yeah, there's a touch in the middle blocker there.
All right, C-Mac is calling touch.
Right there at the right hand, right there.
It's been a lot of discussion this season among all the coaches that we've chatted with about the replay system and not just here with the version provided by the Spectrum Sports coverage, but really across the men's college volleyball landscape. And there is a distinct desire to see advances made in that regard, and just how much of an impact that would have on the game. And not even just from a judicial standpoint, but even in terms of pace of play and the amount of time it takes to play some of these matches. And a touch is called. So a missed challenge by David Niffen, a victorious challenge by Charlie Wade, and that gets Hawaii to 15 first. In the first, the Rainbow Warriors lead by a half dozen. Welcome back. Time now for the Hawaii Honda Dealers highlight reel, and Demetrius Muklias has leapt off of the launch pad here in set 1. 5 kills on 8 swings, hitting .625. He has a block, and he has been trying to get this crowd revved up in the process, C-Mac.
Yeah, he knows this is his last time around. Next year he'll be in the pros, so he's enjoying these almost full house crowds here at the Simplify Arena.
Yeah, can you believe his senior night is merely a little over a week away? Hakas. Good dig along the back line there by Gillis. Sani off of 1 foot has to just try to push it over. Sotella goes back outside. Galloway off the fingertips. Good dig there by Sani. The other way, it's Heno! Blocked! Heno roofed!
And how about Jody Finn picking up 2 digs during that rally to keep things going for the Rainbow Warriors. And big block at the end right there. 4 hands across. Nowhere for Heno to go.
Hoagland and Demi. It is 16 serving 9 in the first. Elir Heno, no kills on 4 swings. He's hitting -750 at the moment, but he gets another crack at it there and splits that Hawaii defense. And so he's finally in the kill column. And Keone Thim, how about the ovation he's getting right now coming off the floor?
A well-deserved ovation. Kept all of his serves in, got a couple digs.
And now Hawaii having to deal with Elir Heno from behind the service line. That one popped straight up by Hakas. So Schuart, cross-court bump set. Galloway times it! And then bounces it straight down to the floor.
That might be the play of the night right there. A bump set all the way across court. That's about 45 feet. Right on the money where Galloway can turn it down the line. Are you kidding me?
There were 3 blockers up trying to wait for him.
What a pass and what a set by Schuart.
And here is Muklias, 17 serving 10. That's Gillis, and he tattoos it. 4th in the Big West Conference in kill percentage in his 4th year with the program. One of those versatile members of this roster.
I love how Joe Carlos sets this offense. Knows just when to set the fast tempo.
Well, that was a fast tempo swing. Chaz Galloway just blowing it up, and a little high cheddar in the direction of Francesco Sani.
Bit of a mismatch out there with Galloway going up against Joe Carlos. Galloway plays like he's about 6'8". Joe Carlos, 6-footer. Great player, but bit of a mismatch against Galloway.
Serve goes into the net. Just 1 hitting error so far for Hawaii, C-Mac, and it was committed by Jakob Tella. You have Muklias, 5 kills, Galloway, 3 kills, 1 kill apiece for Hoagland, Voss, and Hakas so far in this one. Tella, they go the slide to Hoagland, diving save by Heno. Now Gillis will get a swing out of it and just places it in the perfect spot. Great effort by Irvine to keep the ball off the floor.
Yeah. Pulled it out of the net, and Gillis, great little wrist shot over the block. There's a diving pass, and Gillis just goes up high to area 6, wide open.
Here's Hakas through the block and down, that wrist away, thin slice of bread swing. Hawaii closing in on the 20-point plateau here in the first. Here's Kana'i Akana, 6'5" senior. And another good serve. Ad-lib play here by Irvine and Francesco Sani. Just forcing it through that Hawaii block.
How did he get it through 6 hands?
With 2 hands.
2 against 6. Not fair. Great shot by Sani.
Sani averaging just under 4 kills per set. Gillis with the serve. Good pass there. Galloway high and away. Set goes to Hawkes. Tools the block. Teams trading blows here at this juncture of the first. And Hawaii up 20, serving 14. Hawkes hitting .350 on the season. That's kill number 3 for him in this one. And here is Jakob Tella to serve. Entering this match, 6 aces shy of the all-time career record, and he gets one right on cue.
So how many? He's only 5 away now.
Only 5. Now 117 career aces. The record is 121, held by both Kostas Theoharides and Pedro Azenia.
Both of them played in the era where they played to 30 points, not 25.
Outside, here's Heno. Blocked in roof. Solo style. Demetrius Muklia saying, ole.
He looked over and gave a wink to Kapono Faye, who does the scouting report. I think Muklis took 1 step to the right side and then made a special adjustment on that block, and then gave credit to Kapono.
Timeout, UC Irvine, Hawaii up 22-14. Right now, we'd like to take advantage of the pause in the action to present a sneak peek at an upcoming OC16 special presentation featuring Hawaii surf legend Joey Cabell.
The passion for the ocean runs deep in my veins, as it goes for 1,000 of other surfers who make the ocean their lifestyle. Go deep and keep surfing.
Riding high today are the Americans, and Joe Cabell has company as he turns in the best performance of the day. When all the points are tallied, Joe Cabell brings the title back to the United States.
In the 1960s, Cabell reached the highest pinnacle of the sport and became one of the finest all-around surfers in the world, winning multiple surf championships across several continents with a combination of power and precision. Groundbreaking traits that led Surfer Magazine to call him one of the 25 surfers who changed the sport.
Joey's just one of our originals, you know, since the beginning, you know, since the early single fin days.
So to be part of this culture, and I grew into it and lived it and surfed it, but now I'm really honored to be part of it. Just keep standing. Cut to the chase and just keep standing.
Just an awesome story. Again, you can watch it April 18th on Spectrum. OC16. So far, an awesome performance by Hawaii. 22-14 here in set 1. They're hitting 600 as a team. They have 2 total team blocks. Demetrius Muklia has just got a solo stuff before that timeout. Set goes backside. Here's Sani. That one was a smoker.
UCI in the meantime hitting 235 to Hawaii 600. Bit of a disparity there, to say the least.
And that one gets upticked a little bit to 278, courtesy of that Sani kill. He has 4. And now Connor Dom, the brother of Doug Dom, hailing from Danville, California, back to serve. Hawkes, that one would not be returned, and so a timely ace there for Connor Dom. His 5th ace of the season as Irvine tries to not just come back here in the first, but see if they can build some momentum if they fall short here in the first for that second stanza. And that one goes into the twine. So Hawaii at this point, they'll take that trade. One ace, one service error.
Yeah.
They're sitting on 23. Spiros Hakas, 3 kills on 4 swings. Already a service ace to his ledger with the serve. It's another beauty. Irvine way out of system. Free ball coming over the net. Hakas with the first touch. Tella, backside. Dimi over the block and down. An artful shot that time by Demetrius Muklias.
It really was. He had a one-on-one situation Tella gave him. And yeah, the fans are starting to stand up now. Now they're coming.
Yeah, there are
now
some
they're going to make a home
standing.
court advantage.
Others are getting the cue. It is Aloha ball in the first. Beautiful serve by Hakas, forces the overpass. Tella, back row. Hakas couldn't get it down. What a one-handed swiping save by Power. But Dimi puts the finishing touches. Hawaii coming out like gangbusters in set number 1. They take it 25-16. And they make a huge statement on their home floor against the number 5 team in the country and first place squad in the Big West. Set 2 coming up. The 4, the NCAA leading total of service aces for UC Irvine sophomore Ilir Heno this season. The NCAA single season record is 100. Just the fact that Heno is at 74 and has already set the UC Irvine single season record, and there's still 2 weekends of regular season volleyball remaining. That's pretty outstanding, but just a gaudy number
really
for this sophomore.
Amazing. James Kaw, Ryan Suji.
By the way, did you know?
Having a beer party.
Well, it is National Beer Day, C-Mac. So how did you celebrate?
Studying to be ready for you tonight.
Or maybe how
and listening to your 12 o'clock show.
Maybe will you celebrate? We see a lot of people who are participating in the festivities. By the way, in the 25-point rally scoring format, the record of 100 aces was put in by Curtis Abram of Emmanuel. That was in 2011. And there's a look at David Niffen, one of the great guys to talk story with. In his 11th season, he and Charlie Wade have been really strong friends over the years. And always one of the best dressed coaches whenever he comes through here. And tonight is no different as Guilherme Voss able to lay the lumber. Hawaii hit 609 in that first set, C-Mac.
Yeah, it's hard to stay at that number all night long, I'll tell you that. That's a huge number. Cited out at 81%.
Carlos outside, it's Heno, the tip shot, and that drops. A couple of those tips have gone down for UC Irvine. And Ilir Heno, who was hitting way down in the negatives for most of that first set. In fact, didn't even have a kill for most of that first set, now with 2 kills. 1 serving 1. Here it comes from Doug Don. Tella sets up Hakas, and he gets stuffed. Statement made there at the net. Heno jumping up next to Connor Campbell.
Solid block. Not the best, I think, shot selection by Spiros Hakas there.
A service error as we return to live action by Doug Don. UC Irvine 12th in the NCAA in the blocking category. Hawaii is 7th coming into this weekend. And as you would imagine, Irvine up there in the aces category, 4th in the NCAA. So that pass tight to the net, one hand set to Heno, and he goes over with 2 hands and just pushes it through.
Some would argue he hung on to it a little bit too long. In slow motion, it really looked like a long time. Well, he's a great player, and I love watching him play. He's so athletic.
And you get the feeling he's just scratching the surface of his potential.
Yeah.
And getting stronger every time we see him. Here's Sani, and he blasts it out. So if you're UC Irvine, What's going through your mind right now? You got blitzed in that first set. You're in this environment, another massive crowd here in Manoa. How do you settle things down and right the ship?
My guess is that there's no panic buttons being pushed by David Niffen, I'll tell you that. He knows his team is good. He knows they just need to reduce their errors. They had way too many errors that set. 5 total hitting errors, 2 serving errors. So 7 altogether. He does not want to see 7 errors per game given to the other team, that's for sure.
It was a heck of a dink there. It went down for Henno. Picking in spots here at this stage, but very dangerous server about to bring it across again. 4 serving 3. Tella chases down the set, goes to Galloway, off the block and out. And Hawaii, so far tonight, the sort of match within the match, if you will, they've been getting out of that Henno rotation when he's been behind the service line pretty quickly. If they could maintain that, that would bode well, I'd imagine.
I would totally agree. That's the match within the match. Same goes when Tella is serving for Hawaii or Spiros or Nucleus.
4 serving 4. Off the platform of Henno. Bump set by Power and a free ball coming over the net. Big advantage here for the Bows. Tella sets up Nucleus from behind the line. Off the block and out. Jakob Tella going up there and feigning as though he was going to take a crack at it. And as he tends to do, quickly flipping it backside for his guy Dimi, who now has 8 kills.
Kind of helicoptered out of his hands and could have been called a double hit, but these days they're calling looser and looser at this level.
There's a blitzing serve, tip shot, diving save by Nucleus to no avail, and another soft tip, this time by Cole Gillis, falls on the Hawaii side.
That's 3 in the first 10 points, and 3 of Irvine's 5 points.
Cole Gillis now up to 4 kills. Float serve gives Hawaii the chance to play it back, and Cole Hoagland rips into it.
He just gets up so quickly. The other opposing middle blocker really has trouble getting up as fast as Cole does.
So this second set starting off very similarly to what we saw in the first frame. Teams going back and forth, and then Hawaii decided to just run away. Here's Gillis through the block and down. So they're doing the same right now. Just seesawing back and forth. It's tied at 6. Cole Gillis, we mentioned his versatility. Played both outside hitter and libero last year. In fact, had 8 starts at the libero position.
Mr. Steady, Mr. Versatility. Played for USA Beach Volleyball.
Tip blocked back there. Here's Nucleus on the standing approach that time. And he puts it into the net. That's his first hitting error of the match.
He's had a pretty solid night. A block solo, 2 block assists.
So Carlos with the serve. Pass goes tight to the net, but Tella was able to send it over on 2. Here's Gillis, 3 blockers up, and they were able to slow it down. Tella now going back to Hakas, and did you see that? He was off the block and out.
He did the same thing that Henno did earlier.
We're seeing
Is this a European thing going on?
We're seeing a lot of improv here on the floor on some of these.
That set was very tight. Not much that Hakas could do with it.
7-all here in the second. And a beautiful serve by Hoagland coming over the net. He had to dive to save it to keep it alive, and then a dive by Power to keep it alive. And then Sani able to find that far corner. Well, Cole Hoagland almost had an ace, had to save it on the overpass, but Cole Power was able to keep it up on the Irvine side. So a couple of Coles there doing their thing defensively, and ultimately it was Irvine getting the point.
Good at the Anteaters for really being resourceful in that rally, that's for sure.
Meanwhile, yet another Cole Gillis, going into the twine for the service error. And now Jakob will serve.
I love the way Joe Carlos sets it quick on the outside. When he runs the left front, he'll set the outside hitter like a 1 set.
There it is, Henno. Smashing that one.
That'll never fast go to the outside. Really fast tempo. He's I think the fastest tempo setter we've seen all year in this building.
Yeah, interesting, right? He's not very big compared to some of the other setters we see across the board, but has fantastic hands, and his leadership, according to David Niffen, has been invaluable this year for the Anteaters. The dig there by Sheward. Nucleus, the quick reset, goes down the line and in. They're going to say that got a piece. And so Hawaii gets the point, and Dimi, after the recent hitting error, gets back to his hitting ways. He has 9 kills, hitting .615.
That's huge.
That one was blasted by Hoppus, but sails long. So 10 serving, 9 here. Anteaters 5th in the latest AVCA poll, but one of the distinguishing factors, they have yet to defeat a team in the current top 5.
They've got 3 chances in the next 2 weekends.
And that was some lightning and thunder from the service line by Francesco Sani, and he lets out a roar.
He hit such a heavy ball. He leads them in miles per hour. Unfortunately, he also leads them in service errors. So we'll see if the ratio of 1 to 2 continues here.
11 serving 9. Decided to try to pull the string. And goes into the net. That's actually something that David Niffen tells us has been influenced by Ilir Heno, and the way that he mixes up his serves kind of served as an inspiration, if you will, for Francesco Sani, who was kind of known, right, reputed to be a guy who just always goes thunder, thunder.
Exactly. You know, his serving repertoire has been much more versatile since being influenced by Heno.
Here's Keone Phim. Diving pass there by Gillis. High ball set, Heno. 3 blockers up, and it doesn't matter. He's able to go wrist away, and you know, some of that, dare we say, a reminder of one of the all-time greats to ever wear a Hawaii uniform, Yuval Kotz, another lefty, right? And just how it was like a nozzle up there.
Yeah.
He could go any direction with it.
Yeah, he had, I think he saw Tella sneak up there. Tella was not going to get beat by another tip.
And here he is now serving. Pass by Galloway, chased down by Tella. Hawkus, a little half-hearted effort there on the swing. Chance here for Irvine, and it's Sani going off the block and out for another Anteater point. They're up 3, and it is Irvine's largest lead.
You see if Charlie Wade's going to wait till the media timeout at 15, or whether he'll call a timeout sooner to slow down Heno, or will he call for a challenge or a wet spot on the floor? Something's got to slow down this guy.
Oh, he was drifting, still able to send a quality serve over the net, forcing the overpass. One hand set goes to Campbell in the middle. And Connor Campbell gets it down. The 6'7" junior from San Diego, California, puts Irvine up 4.
Anteater's playing with a lot of confidence right now.
Yeah, what a response after losing the first set, 25-16. Forcing the crowd to try to provide a lift here for the home team. Heno, and look at that, just fall off of a table. He can bring it hard and heavy, and then he can do that. And he has the Hawaii serve receive twisted at the moment. Irvine up 5 in set 2. And you talk about a turnaround. Set 1, Hawaii hit 609, as tomorrow night will be the Hanaho rematch right here on Spectrum Sports, compared to 278 for UC Irvine. Here in set 2 so far, C-Mac, Anteaters hitting 833, yet to commit a hitting error compared to 308 for the Rainbow Warriors.
And sliding out at 90%.
And they
9 out of 10.
And they got this guy, Heno, 2 service aces already in this match, forcing a joust above the tape. And it is going to be an interference violation called against Joe Carlos. And he's going to, as the floor captain, ask for some clarity from the R1 Matthew Laveau.
Ball was completely on Hawaii's side, apparently.
Looked a little bit more up for grabs according to our net cam, but there's not much that can be done about that particular call. 11 serving 15. Nucleus sends it long. David Niffen, always the philosopher, will probably chalk that one up to some
athletic justice,
athletic karma.
I think, he's down to two challenges. I think with a 5-point lead, he wasn't going to take the chance of losing another challenge.
Tella highballs it to Galloway. Couldn't get a lot of mustard on it. Carlos, good set on the outside to Gillis. Joe Carlos just sprinting, like doing a shuttle run back and forth, pin to pin, and putting up some nectars right now.
Great hustle by Carlos. He gets off the net. Not a happy Charlie Wade right now.
Charlie Wade has led the Rainbow Warriors to their 5th 20-win season under his tutelage. 22-2 overall. You see now up to 262 career wins as the Hawaii head coach. Tella going backside against the grain. Nucleus got slowed down by the net. The save by Akil Tongutur, who just entered the match. And then Francesco Sani catches it flush. And it is UC Irvine up 18-11. Timeout taken by Hawaii. And this is a complete contrast to what we saw in set 1. The last meeting, though, was a doozy in California, as it went 5, but the Rainbow Warriors taking the victory. And in fact, they have won the last 11 meetings going back to 2018 and 15 of the last 16 since 2016. But UC Irvine looking to draw even here in this match. And Akil Tongutur, 6'2" senior from Pacific Palisades, California, providing a huge boost here in the second set as the serving specialist.
Back in 2020, made the All-Big West freshman team. Also a great beach player.
Overpass. Unable to get it down that time was Doug Dom. Outside, here's Gillis, the tip shot. Hawaii unable to play it back. Another tip goes down. Another point for Irvine. That is now an 11-2 run for UC Irvine, and it was right around this time in set 1 that Hawaii authored an 11-2 run.
Yeah. These two teams actually also played in November, the fall. Hawaii winning 3-2 without Spiros.
Nucleus going cross court. Sani pops it up. They come towards us. And thankfully, nobody tried to dive over the table.
So nice of Joe Carlos to stop short of our cameraman, Patrick, right there. Could have run him over. Gets a high mom in.
I think we all saw our lives flash before us here along press row. Much needed point there for Hawaii, but here comes Sani on the D set. And he demolishes it. Francesco Sani now with 8 kills. And UC Irvine has found its form here in set 2. C-Mac, they're hitting .824, 14 kills on 17 swings as a team with no errors. Oh, that was a blasty blast, though. Spiros Hakas deciding that he had seen enough.
Well, one of the things that Dave Niffen told us the other day on the Zoom call was he said that he said if we make fewer errors, we tend to play better. And they made about 5 errors the first set. And as you said earlier, for this particular set, they've made no hitting errors. 14-17, crazy number.
Hawaii's hitting .389, not too shabby. As Kanaiakana in to serve, but it hasn't been nearly enough to match this effort by the Anteaters. Behind the line, it's Heno, popped up by Galloway. And now Kanaiakana will two-hand it over. Free chance here for the Anteaters. Carlos going backside. Here's Gillis. Going right between the two Hawaii blockers. Cole Gillis has been dynamic. He has 8 kills, error-free on 9 swings.
Yeah, he is Mr. Steady, Mr. Consistent.
We mentioned the most efficient of the 3 top pin hitters. He's hitting .889 at the moment.
And he's a great passer.
Tella going against the grain again. Here is Nucleus, and he plugs it through that block. So Hawaii now trying to play for some momentum as they look forward potentially to this set 3. Nakaptela, though, a guy that can change the complexion even in a set of this variety. Heno blocked back. Quick middle set. That's Doug Dom rattled around on the Hawaii side. Bump set goes to Muklius. He comes our way but misses wide, and the point goes to UC Irvine. And now we'll have another serving sub here for UC Irvine as Connor Dom will check into the match. You talk about Irvine, though, and the leap that they have made here in 2023. You're talking about the previous multiple seasons. They've been well below 500 in terms of their win-loss record. So with some of the transfers that they have gotten here this season and some of the experience of their veteran players, they have definitely elevated their status here as Demetrius Muklius elevates on that hammer, and he now has 12 kills to lead everybody.
Coach Niffen talks about this team with the word trajectory. They've just been gradually going up ever since January season started. They've gotten better and better every month.
How about that pass there by Cole Power, and then the set to Heno, diving save over the net by Tella. Bump set, high ball, here's Heno again. That push dink, sliding save by Schuard. Here's Demi, blocked back, touched up by Tella. So Schuard with the bump set. Muklius two-hands it over, two-hand save Power. Irvine on the attack, it's Sonny, who lights it on fire.
What a shot. That was demolition time.
Timeout taken by Charlie Wade here on set point for UC Irvine, 24-15. What do you make of the decision to call a timeout here?
Well, he's got the timeout, to burn. I think he just wants to slow them down a little bit, take some of their energy away, and hopefully have his troops regroup a little bit and finish this set on a strong note and not go weakly into the night.
Let's check in with Ryan Kalesuji. Ryan, what you got?
Hey, thanks, Conan. With some frustration here on the Hawaii sideline. Earlier in the last timeout, assistant coach Milan Zarkovic actually really getting into the players, saying, hey, we can't just play halfway. We have to play aggressive. We can't just expect to go out there. We have to be the aggressor. We have to try to get some points back and get the momentum going. He continues to talk to his team during this timeout. On the Irvine sideline, a lot different body language for the Anteaters. Coach Niffen also really encouraging his team to be more aggressive on the block, saying we have to respect Hawaii's attackers. They're going to come at us. We can't just flail our arms out there. We have to be more strategic with how we're putting our hands over the net, really stressing blocking here in this second set. Back over to you guys.
Thanks a lot, Ryan. Well, let's check out tonight's Hyundai head-to-head stat line. And here are the kill percentages. Set 1, look at the disparity, 609 for Hawaii, 276 for Irvine. Set 2, let's flip the script there. You have Irvine now hitting 667, Hawaii at 348.
348, not a bad number.
No.
I think the average on the year is, what, 342, something like that? We're just running into a really hot Anteater team here in the second set.
We have substitution here for Irvine as Dylan Zhai, 6'1" junior from Cupertino, California, on the floor. It's Aloha ball here in set 2 out of that timeout, and Sani stopped by the net. And this crowd, to its credit, still trying to create some volume here for Hawaii, despite the fact that they're down big here late in set 2. They understand. They understand how important the momentum is in any given volleyball match. They would love to see Hawaii just get a little something going here before the intermission. Irvine out of system, Sani. High set to Heno, 3 blockers up, goes deep corner, good chase down there by Huckus. Muklius off the block and out. Back-to-back points for Hawaii. Demetrius Muklius still in his bag. He's got 13 kills. And yeah, Grease Lightning It can be electrifying.
You must have played the role of John Travolta in that play when you were in high school, huh?
Served by Voss into the twine. That's how set 2 comes to a close. An impressive statement by Hawaii in the first frame. An equally impressive statement by UC Irvine in the second stanza. We are tied at 1 set apiece. And ladies and gentlemen, get comfy, because we got ourselves a battle in the Big West here in Manoa.
And welcome back inside Simplify Arena at Stan Sheriff Center. Knotted up at a set apiece. All Hawaii in the opening set, and then all UCI in set number 2. Scott, James, and Ryan. To tell you how close this matchup is, through 2 sets, Hawaii's hitting 489. UC Irvine's hitting 488.
Efficient hitting game tonight, but the big difference is the service pressure. The first set, Hawaii did a phenomenal job, had 3 aces, and then Irvine did a good job responding with 5 aces there in that second set. Heno leading them with 2 service aces, someone that we talked about, puts a lot of pressure from the back line. And here we see Francisco Sunny. That one had to be close to the 70s, doing an incredible job. And then Heno getting one with the heater, and then we saw a little bit of the off speed there, doing a phenomenal job. It is a serving game tonight.
Yeah, and really the tough serving by Irvine has really limited Hawaii's offensive options. Right now, Hawaii's middles, only 6 attack attempts for Hawaii's middles thus far. And coming into this match, Charlie Wade said that if there is a weakness that Irvine has, it might be in the middle, and that Hawaii wanted to aggressively run the middles. They're not really having that opportunity to do that because the serving is so tough that Hawaii's been out of system.
You know, one thing we also saw quite a bit in that second set was the tipping by UC Irvine, and it was really effective.
Heno struggled there a little bit in that first set. Hawaii did a good job slowing him down. He wasn't too efficient with his hitting, but then super efficient there in that second set. Found the tips behind the block. We saw a couple of caught shots to the middle of the court. Here we see a good service ace in the first set. He's just doing a phenomenal job of switching it up and keeping Hawaii's defense on their toes.
And really just a different look to see a left-handed hitter on the left side. So Hawaii blockers have to make the adjustment. But for Hawaii, one player that has really come to play is Demetrius Muklius. He has helped to carry this team offensively, getting them out of a lot of out-of-system plays. Demi going up against triple blocks at times and really having his way. Right now, the senior 13 kills, hitting 524 on that right side, creating a lot of problems for the Anteaters.
All right, like I said, it was all Hawaii in the first, all UC Irvine in the second. So what does Hawaii have to do to close this without trying to win this match?
Hawaii's just going to have to pass better. They were out of system a lot there in that second set. They're not able to run their middles as much as they could. And in the middle, I would say there's a big mismatch. Hawaii needs to run their middles here.
I think we can expect Hawaii to be out of system. This is a tough serving team. Hawaii may not be able to get the pass where they can run the middles. Thus, a lot of pressure is going to be on the outside. So the outside hitters for Hawaii have to be a lot smarter with their hitting and their shot selection, especially if they're going up against a triple block. Not necessarily trying to power through. They just got to be more selective and smarter in their out-of-system hits.
All right, Hawaii UCI unbeaten in the conference. Hawaii 5-1. We'll take a break, come back and have more.
Oh, hey, Jack, going up?
Actually, no, Justine.
Welcome back. Here are the Pizza Hut match statistics. And C-Mac, you talk about a tale of 2 sets, basically opposite mirror images of one another from set 2 and set 1.
They really are. You look at the attempts, the kills, the errors, even the hitting percentage. Really, really close in numbers. Blocks, Hawaii got all 3 of their blocks in the first set. And the digs, Irvine out digging Hawaii. And you see the ace, the errors. Not many times you see Hawaii get out-aced, but tonight they've been out-aced by Irvine. That's a good serving team, Kanoa.
Yeah, I mean, that's what their reputation brings, right? And the other thing is Irvine found its rhythm offensively. They did not commit a hitting error in that second set. So, C-Mac, how does Hawaii then respond to the response of the Anteaters?
That's a great question. Well, let's hope Charlie Wade and Milan and Pono had some magic words in the locker room the last 10 minutes, because it'll need some magic here to turn things around, because this Irvine team right now really, really playing some solid volleyball. Well-oiled machine.
Yeah, it was amazing. because Hawaii came out and they were fired up. You had the incredible anthem performance by young Kyra Hessebury, and she got maybe the biggest ovation for a national anthem and Hawai'i Pono'i performance that we have ever seen in this building. She was the consummate performer. You know, I'm pretty good at these things. I bet there are good things for her in her career going forward.
I would agree. I'd turn a chair for her.
Yeah. Bold prediction, wouldn't you say? The block there on Ilir Heno's first swing of set 3. Pushes that one through the Hawaii block that time. Now Hakas trying to just ad-lib here on this scramble sequence. Sani times it through the block. Great dig along the back line there by Galloway. Here's Hakas on the back set by Schuer, dug up by Power. Outside, Heno blocked, and a roof by Demetrius Muklius, and Hawaii wins a lengthy opening point here in the third.
2 times Muklius got a block in that particular rally. Cole Power with a great dig in the back row to keep the rally alive for the Anteaters. And how about the enthusiasm by Muklius? You think he wants to win?
Also had a fantastic up in the middle of that sequence by Chaz Galloway.
Yeah.
Middle set, and that one torn into by Doug Dom. It was his second kill. That's another thing we haven't seen much of. Neither team been able to really work the middles, and for Hawaii, that might be an area where they have the advantage. They just need to get the passing.
I totally agree. They only set the middle 6 times out of 47 tries.
And again, the chase down on the set by Tella. What a swing there by Muklius. Great dig by Dom, but Hawaii with the advantage here. Schuer, bump set, Hakas, 3 blockers up. He's blocked the cover there by Galloway. Tella going right back to Spiros. And the one-hand save by the setter, Carlos. Sani, 2 hands it over. Hawaii now with the edge. Here's Dimi down the line. Good save by Carlos over the net. Hawaii with another opportunity. Voss is blocked. One of the instances right as we were talking about it where Hawaii had a chance to go to the middle, but Connor Campbell was ready, waiting, and willing.
I think one set earlier was the time to go to him. That time I think it was a little bit too obvious that the right side wasn't working, left side wasn't working, so it's pretty obvious he was going to go to the middle.
Here's Hakas tools the block. Spiros Hakas now with 6 kills on 14 swings. And it'll be his turn to serve here. Some long rallies to start this third frame.
I think both teams will settle in. We'll see a much closer set in this third frame.
Good crowd tonight. Glad you could join us. Kanoa Leahy sitting next to Chris McLaughlin, and Spiros Hakas dealing an ace out of the deck. That is his second of the match.
The ace sign, the people love to show up with those ace cards, don't they? Oh, they know they're going to get some airtime.
That's right.
More airtime than you and I get.
I mean, that's really the motivation behind the signs. Tickles the tape. Back row set, it's Gillis. How about the night he's having? That's his 9th kill on 10 swings. No errors.
That back row quick, so effective. See, Voss went up with the middle, leaving an open gap there, open court, open net for Gillis, and he made the most of it.
You talked about it too. He has been statistically the best passer on the floor for Irvine this season. Here's Galloway. Off the block, the cover there by Hakas. Tella going backside. Muklius solo block against him, and he explodes on it. He is choosing violence here this evening, Demetrius Muklius.
Gillis and Muklius putting on a show, to say the least. Good peripheral vision by Muklius to see out of the corner of his eye. The block was taking his line, so he says, okay, I'll go cross body, cross court.
Middle set, that's Campbell. One hand save by Dimi, so Tella sidewinds the set to Galloway. He was squared up to the net and still delivered some guava jelly to his pin hitter, Chaz Galloway.
Go figure about Jakob Tella. He's just never ceases to amaze. As you said, facing the net, setting sideways. Perfect set.
5 serving 3. Guilherme Voss. A little extra pepper on that serve that time. Outside, it's Heno. And Nucleus got hands on it, but it goes off of the block and out. So Heno now getting up to 7 kills, and it is his turn to serve.
You knew he wasn't going to be hitting negative all night long. He started out slow that first set in the negative category most of the time. And here is a crucial moment, I think, for Hawaii in this particular set. Getting out of this turn of Heno's.
2 aces for Heno tonight. That one slowed down by the net. Diving pass over the net by Hoagland. Back row, it's Heno. And sometimes when you're that good of a server, you also get the benefit of the ricochet like Heno did right there on the net.
Yeah. And they don't set him that back row quick that often. But when they do, he normally connects. The other team isn't ready for it.
First team All Big West Conference selection last year. ABCA All-American honorable mention as a freshman a season ago, but he goes along with it, and that is a BB dodged by Hawaii.
How about his service ace per set numbers? Last year 0.5, this year almost 1.0. Doubled his production.
Yeah.
Pretty amazing.
Already entered this match 4th on the career aces list at UC Irvine.
He's on the French men's national team this summer. Got a lot of practice there.
Nucleus into the net. Yeah, the guy who set the career aces record is a guy that's sort of been in the conversation with Ilir, Carson Clark, who had 183. But last year, Heno, we mentioned he was a first-team all-conference and the first freshman first-team all-conference since Carson Clark back in 2009. And a net violation going against Irvine. Galloway found the floor anyway. Hawaii jumps in front, 7-6.
See how UC Irvine passes this next ball up from Galloway. See if they go to the middle, like I know they want to.
Pass by Heno. Set goes to Sani, and did he get a touch? It goes long, no touch. And a point for Hawaii on the hitting error by Francesco Sani. Tomorrow night's going to be Magnum PI night at the arena, and fans are being encouraged to dress up like a character from the series Magnum PI, as Gillis goes OTT on that block. And when I think of Magnum PI, I don't know about you, C-Mag, I think of the original series with Tom Selleck playing the main character. And I would say Francesco Sani has an awfully great chance of winning tomorrow night.
I would 100%
Magnum PI promotion.
Agree. And if Tom's watching, I think he would say the same thing.
It's all in the stash as Cole Hoagland able to get a set in the middle. Hawaii getting a pass that Tella can work with, and goes to the big fella, Cole Hoagland, who smashes it.
Have you thought about shaving the beard and possibly leaving the stash and being in the contest? What do you think?
I mean, it would be worth it, right? To make that kind of commitment. As that one is put straight down by Doug Donald.
Both sides, I think, are going to be working that middle when they get good passes. You've got to make it easier on their outsides by having the middle be a factor. Good shot by Dom.
There's Gillis. Good serve, forcing the overpass. And then the middle set going to Dom.
Spinos Hawk has taken a lot of serves. They've been picking on him all night long. He's had 13 serve receptions to next person. We got another one is Sheward with 9.
Block slowing the Hawkes swing down. Sani through the block, just overpowering that side. And he gets to 10 kills, and Irvine jumps in front.
Joe Carlos did a great job of looking off the block that time, looked to the outside. Block, I think, thought he was going to go to the left side. Instead, he jacked it back. Gave his right side hitter lots of room.
Gillis causing some problems on this serving rotation. D-set, Nucleus. That one saved up two-hand style there by Carlos. And then Heno going over the net with 2 hands. Tella setting up Hawkes. Oh, he had to drift back a little bit and was still able to pull the block. As Hawaii wins another A lengthy rally. Milan Zarkovic, by the way, on the Hawaii bench, very active and vocal here in this third frame.
Did you also use the word animated?
You can always use the word animated when talking about Milan. Tella, the pass there by Power. Back row set, Gillis. He can do no wrong right now. He is having a night that would probably paint his career.
And on the good passes, you notice that Hawaii's middle boss there had to guess, is it going to go to the middle or is it going to go to a back row quick? Very difficult decision.
Here's Voss in the middle, and he was able to pound it off the block.
Could this be the set of the middles? After not being set much in the first two sets, all of a sudden now it's raining middle sets.
Office to serve. Got 2 aces so far tonight. Make it 3! And that knocks Gillis over, bowling pin style.
And Gillis, one of the best passers on the team, if not the best passer.
Yikes. It'll take some time to wipe perspiration off of the floor.
Look who's wiping it off. Coach Niffen.
That's right.
Grab the towel. I'll start cleaning things up out there.
I think we needed another look at the Grease Lightning sign after that serve there by Spyros Hakas. That was a laser.
You don't have the Vader out tonight, or the speed gun out?
I don't see him.
I haven't seen it either.
I think they might be just obstructed by some of the fans in the end zone front row seats. Here's Sani, 2 blockers up, tips it over, sliding save Schuard, D set to Hakas, off the block, swiping save Power. What a diving effort on the second touch by Gillis. We play on. Back row Hakas, unleashing.
What a rally. Great scrambling by UCI. Only that Hawaii finish in spectacular fashion. The back row quick to Hakas.
And a timeout signaled by UC Irvine. Spyros Hakas bringing some hammering heat from the service line and from behind the 3-meter line. Hawaii up 2 in the third.
My daughter was born 4 months premature.
Welcome back. Can you believe it? We only have 2 weekends remaining here in Manoa of Rainbow Warrior Volleyball. Next week it's UC San Diego coming to town for a pair of matches, which will include senior night. And Hawaii will say aloha to a slew of very key components here for the last 2 national championships. One hand set outside. Heno denied access by Demetrius Muklios.
Dini's really been tough on the outside blocking. He's done a great job. 5 blocks, but he's also got a lot of touches. Kept rallies alive.
The Greek connection of Dimi and Spyros putting in work here in the third. 14 serving 11. Hakas. Oh, he pumps it a little long. But a good run. It was 4 straight points for Hawaii before that out serve. Now Francesco Sani. See the service error numbers exactly even. The service ace numbers exactly even at 5
I think he'll bring the heat here.
Oh boy, did he. What a pass by Galloway. Muklios! Unreal!
Maybe Hawaii's best pass of the night, other than Schuard's first one of the night. That's the second best one right there. Unbelievable.
Hawaii gets the 15 first, thanks to some Chazmataz in serve receive.
Powerful, majestic, beautiful. Our ocean.
Welcome back. I think the crowd's still buzzing by that pass by Chaz Galloway. It's rare to see a pass of all of the highlights that we see throughout a match. A pass get the kind of reaction that it got during the timeout. But Chaz Galloway with the Francesco Sani serve receive. I mean, that was crazy. And here's Keone Thim to serve. 15-12 out of the timeout. Popped straight up by Heno. He'll get the set. 3 blockers up, and almost just a rolling beach style shot there by Elir Heno.
He knew exactly the open spot on the court. He saw that Chaz Galloway came over to put up a 3-man block, leaving that front left position wide open. Smart player, really smart player.
Just hit it where they ain't. And that time he got his 9th kill. And now he serves. 13 serving 15. Tickled to Tate. Tella going high and away. It's Galloway up the ladder and down the chute it goes. And Hawaii again quickly gets out of that Heno serving rotation. But Elir Heno, looking like he's suffering from a little discomfort after that awkward dive on the save.
Oh, he came down hard.
Yeah, looked like just.
I think part of the hip bones maybe
knocked the wind out of himself.
Yeah. Been a diaphragm issue.
16 serving 13. Here's Muklius. Pass by Gillis was a good one. So the set goes to Sane. Blocked in row. Cole Hoagland and Chaz Galloway saying, oh, no, you don't.
And ironically, this is Hawaii's smallest block right there. Cole Hoagland with 6'4". Galloway around 6'3".
The Manoa Roofing Company putting on the hard hats on that occasion. Here's Gillis off the block and out. Cole Gillis with the Midas touch here tonight for Irvine.
He's having a magical night, isn't he? Everything he touches seems to turn to gold.
He's got 12 kills, no errors on 13 swings. All he's doing, C-Mac, is hitting 923.
Isn't that what you used to hit when you were playing backyard volleyball? No?
I don't know anything that I can do that efficiently. Except yammer. Here's Galloway off the block and out. Chaz Galloway getting into his groove.
I'd say one of the things that Galloway's done over the past stretch of 5 or 6 matches when he's bumped up his average, hitting like over 400 every night, is using the end blockers much, much better as opposed to hitting into a block cross court.
18 serving 14 into the net it goes. Yeah, it was hitting a little bit of a rut, if you will, at least by his incredible standards earlier in the season.
Yeah.
And Charlie Wade telling us that they had a bit of a conversation just to kind of maybe work through some things that Chaz was experiencing. He didn't necessarily suggest that that was the reason he got out of the funk, but he said that that was maybe just a contributing factor, and Chaz Galloway has been able to play just a lot more loosely here over the last stretch.
Yeah, much freer, much more confident. And he's passing better, too. Hitting better, passing better, digging better.
His pass on the Francesco Sani serve, candidate for highlight of the night.
It might have been the play of the night.
Akana flipped one of his front row guys. They're going for it, though. You have to here. It seems to be the way this match is going. Whoever is garnering that advantage from the service line is getting that momentum. Here's Gillis. Good serve. Hakas goes to the other half of the Greek connection. Muklius tried to curl it in, but missed wide. And so for Dimi, just his 3rd hitting error, and Irvine within 2.
Tough play. That was all caused by a great Gillis serve. Forced Hawaii out of system pass.
This guy is in some kind of zone right now. Pass by Hakas over the net. The swing there by Dom, saved Galloway, but nobody could get his back. And that is 3 straight points for the Anteaters. Cole Gillis causing headaches for Hawaii in just about every aspect of the game. And Irvine within 1, forcing a Charlie Wade timeout.
You said earlier, Gillis, maybe their steadiest passer, very often their highest percentage hitter, game in and game out. Hits out of the back row. Hits from the left, hits from the right. Great beach player too, by the way, playing the U.S. Collegiate Beach team. All Big West freshmen. And tonight, he's got 12 kills, no errors, hitting .923.
Yeah.
Another whole hum night.
You can see some of the facial expressions and reaction. He's impressing even himself, I think, with the effort here this evening. Very well deserved for sure. All right, let's send it over to Ryan. What you got?
Hey, thanks, Bernal. Well, on the Anteater team, there are obviously a lot of leaders, a lot of people really encouraging the team, but one of the true leaders of this team is setter Joe Carlos, taking turns during the timeout to really talk to his team, spending time talking specifically to Coach Kniffen about some of the things that he's seeing. In an earlier conversation we had with the coach, he said that Carlos is one of the leaders of this team. The transfer from Pepperdine has really developed himself into a leadership role. Prior to this match, when Hawaii starters were being announced, Carlos was actually outside in the tunnel. He did not even come out and listen to any of Hawaii starting lineups. He was meditating and concentrating on what he had to do in this match, really showing his leadership skills right now for the Anteaters. Back over to you guys.
Hey, thanks a lot, Ryan. Yeah, what an addition, right? Joe Carlos, the transfer from Pepperdine. You also have Cole Power, the libero transfer from UCLA. And both those guys played together for the Balboa Bay Volleyball Club. They won significant matches, championships, titles together. And so what they have brought sort of as a tandem from a leadership standpoint has been really valuable for this Irvine squad.
And it's kind of like the Worsleys. The Worsleys grew up. One guy makes the first contact, Gage. Joe makes the second contact and has the same thing. And that's what Kniffen was suggesting, that part of the reason for our success is that we got two really good guys touching 2 out of the 3 balls to get our play started.
Spiros Hakas apparently had some blood exposed on his chin. They were tending to that, hence the delay after the timeout. Now Gillis with the serve. The pass by Galloway is a good one. Here's Hakas. Off the block, played by Tella. So Sheward high balls it to Spiros. 3 blockers up. He's blocked, but Tella with the cover. Now Muklius from behind the line. Wrist away shot saved by Power, and then look at that. The no-look behind the head put down by Ilir Heno.
With his opposite hand. He hit with his right hand. He's a lefty. Watch his right hand. He goes up, tips it back. Wow, what a play.
And with Cole Gillis behind the line, 4 straight points here for Irvine. Tied for the 9th time in set 2. Voss in the middle.
Oh, they knew it was going to him too. They got 2 blockers up. They're anticipating Voss saving the day. Clearly, Voss came through. That was Vossum.
I love it. G. Voss delivering that time. Here's Tella, 20 serving 19. Power with a beautiful pass. Behind the head, middle set goes to Dom.
What a pass from Power. Right on the money. And you see Irvine's happy they're out of that rotation and getting Tella off the service line.
So here you go. Thought it was going to be a Big West battle. How about tied 1 set apiece? We're in the 3rd. It's a race to 5 at 20 all.
Doug Dom, 6 kills, no errors. He's hitting .750 on the night.
His brother Connor Dom now in and back to serve. Pass by Hakas, pulls Tella off the net, so he goes high and away. Muklius has to try to time it, goes off the fingertips of the block, pinballed around. Sani 2-hands it over, diving pass by Tella. Muklius, oh, the set by Sheward was tight to the antenna, but nobody for Irvine got the second touch. A campfire play gives Hawaii the point.
Boy, Hawaii dodged the bullet there, I'm telling you. You see Irvine was controlling that rally.
And so Dimi gets his 17th kill. He's hitting .452. And now Hakas, you can see the bandage there along the jawline with the serve. Against the grain set, it's Sani. Layout saved by Spiros. Here's Galloway up the elevator shaft. What a play by Spiros Hakas.
Well, Hakas doesn't do it with those service aces. He does it with tremendous defense in the back row, like that. Giving up his body, and then Tella and Galloway do the rest.
Timeout UC Irvine as Hawaii plays to the 2-point advantage. 22-20 here in set 3. Are you not entertained, C-Mac?
Oh man, I've got my money's worth. I don't know about you. This is amazing.
Well, Chaz Galloway's been stepping game here since Big West play started, and tonight no exception. 9 kills, 13 swings, no errors. He's hitting .692. But what he's done in serve receive, what he's done defensively, it has contributed big time.
Yeah, no question. And these last 3 points, by the way, from a mental standpoint, are going to be the most difficult points that Hawaii's had so far tonight to get. Really tough. Hawaii's got to actually, in my opinion, they've got to pretend like it's 22 all and play aggressively and not get too conservative.
Crowd doing the wave here in the arena.
How many in attendance? Do we have a contest tonight on attendance?
You got any guesses?
Yeah, I'm going to say 72.
Okay, I got the numbers for you. Tickets issued 7,399. Through the turnstile 6,710.
I was going for the
tickets issued. I figured that's what you were doing. Well done, sir.
Another good crowd. Tomorrow night will be, I think, a packed house. Could be 10,000 tomorrow night because everybody wants to get on Magnum PI.
Well, we got a Rainbow Wahine softball score for you. Winning at Cal Poly 4-2. And then the Rainbow Warrior baseball team over at Les Murakami Stadium, they're up 2-1 on Bakersfield, trying to even that series. Out of the timeout, 22 serving 20. Marcus took a little something off that time. Set going to Sani, and he pops it off the block, and it winds up about 12 rows up across the way.
Boy, he hits the ball so hard, doesn't he? I mean, it's just a different sound when Sani hits the ball.
Everything looks like a nail when you're a hammer.
That's right. That's right. The question is, will he bring heat here? Or really go for the slow one?
Well, he brought the heat, but the net got in the way, and that gives Hawaii another point. That's a big miss right there in that situation. 23 serving 21. It's G. Voss.
Voss, I think, is going to try to serve down the line to Heno.
Does he go jump float? Yes, he does. Heno gets the set, blocked by Muklius. Carlos sets up Heno again, loops it over the Muklius block. Muklius now gets the swing. The net slowed it down. Carlos may have gotten away with a mishit, but they call a net violation instead against Irvine, so Hawaii ends up with a point anyway. And Milan Zarkovic going crazy along the Hawaii bench. It is aloha ball here in the third, as David Niffen is having a discussion with the R2 Wayne Lee.
He might be challenging. We'll see.
I think he will challenge the net violation, and Niffen looking at the crowd saying, hey, look, I had to challenge. I apologize, folks. So that was an interesting sequence there. You had Joe Carlos, who attempted the two-handed save. Looked like it rattled around in there. I think the crowd, as well as the Hawaii team, wanted a mishit.
Yeah.
But the call was actually a net violation.
Let's see where it happens, right?
This is coming up right here, the hit by Demi. All hit the top of the tape.
That's a tough call.
There's the awkward save by Carlos.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's hard to see. A net violation, which means they would have to replay the point if it gets reversed. And they will replay the point. So it will not be aloha ball. Charlie Wade obviously does not like that verdict. It's 23 serving 21 again. Jump float. Heno handles it with 2 hands, gets the set, the tip shot off the fingertips of Demetrius Muklias and out for Irvine.
How good is Heno with his little soft shots? You know, he is a great beach player as well, but in fact, I think he might even have a house on the beach in Newport, not sure. But he's just so deft, great purple vision, nice touch.
And certainly the guy David Niffen wants serving in this situation. Pass by Galloway, pops it straight up. Tella going to set up Chaz. He's from behind the line, blocked, covered there, one-hand style by Hoagland. Here's Galloway again, off the block, but it goes off of him before finding its way out. And a point for Irvine. Timeout Hawaii as we are even again. So the roof there, give credit to Joe Carlos at 6 feet.
Yeah.
Going up and still getting his paws on it. And it hit Galloway there in the thigh before it possibly was making its way out of play.
Galloway was trying to tool the smallest end blocker, which is Joe Carlos. And Joe Carlos would have none of it. Great play. At a Fab 50. 2019 state champion of Newport Harbor High School.
Seems to be taking this pretty easy, giving a wave to our camera during the timeout. Let's check in with Ryan Kalei-Suji. Ryan, what's up?
Well, big side out for Hawaii right now. Hawaii coaching staff really concentrating on the passers, talking about Heno's serve, also recognizing that he likes that change-up row shot, taking time to talk to those players on that front line right now, which include Demetrius Muklias as well as Guilherme Voss, telling them they have to be ready for this row shot and they may have to actually pass this first contact. The 3 passers really taking a lot of time talking to each other. Chaz Galloway, Spiros Hafkas, and Brett Stewart all huddling up, really talking to each other about what to expect from this serve. A lot of pressure, recognizing that Irvine's the best server and perhaps the best server in the country, really trying to close things out for the Anteaters. Back over to you guys.
Thanks a lot, Ryan. Yeah, C-Mac, this is a high leverage situation. Irvine has its best, most threatening server behind the line, tied at 23.
And if he does serve short, as Ryan Suji just alluded to, it could be Tella that has to pass it up or Cole Hoagland that has to pass it up, because that's the short area that he likes to serve the most.
Big serve coming up here, to say the least. 23 all in the third. Roll serve, sliding past Stewart, outside. Here's Galloway off the block, covered there by Stewart. Tella goes middle to Hoagland, off the block and down. Tella with that quick peek through the net before he went to his middle, Cole Hoagland.
Great call, Kanoa. He really did look off the other team's blocker. Hence, Hoagland gets a one-on-one. Hitters love that.
They're on their feet. Aloha ball in set 3. Here it comes from Demi. Pass by Gillis, tight to the net. Galloway couldn't smother it down. Set going along the net. Carlos takes a swing, saved by Hawkins. Tella on 2. And Hawaii goes up 2 sets to 1.
First time tonight, he chose to call his own number.
Well, it has been the case for several years now when it has mattered most for Hawaii. Jakob has been must-see television, and he's got Hawaii with the advantage. Welcome back. Jakob Tella leading the nation in assists per set. He has doled out 36 through 3 sets here in this match, and he has done some dynamic things out there, C-Mac.
That was a beauty there. Here's the final call. He called his own number for set point to put the Warriors up 2 sets to 1. He is really fun to watch. And I love watching Carlos, too. He is such a fire plug on his side of the court and sets such a fast-tempoed offense for UC Irvine. This is just one entertaining match these setters are putting on.
And what both coaches talk about with their respective setters is the creativity. I think that's the thing that stands out. They seem to be able to pull off things that some setters wouldn't even necessarily think about in the moment.
Yeah. And there you see Pono'i, who watches more video than anybody else in the entire staff. He watches it all. He makes up the scouting report. So Tella will often talk to him during timeouts like this and ask him, well, what should I be doing against certain players in certain situations? And then, of course, Tella will make up his own mind in the end.
Yeah, kind of great to hear Charlie Wade talk about how Pono'i has just sort of fit right in with the staff as you take a look at Jakob's pops in the house taking in the action. But Pono'i, who replaced, in essence, Josh Walker, was a really good contributor to this staff and has had to take on a lot of responsibility. To hear Charlie Wade sort of sing those praises, I think that's something pretty cool. And James Anastasiadis, who's never one to relent from a photo op, right?
Two former teammates used to play together. How about Cole Gillis? 12 kills in 13 tries, hitting .923. What a night he's having. Doug Dom also having a great night. 6 kills, hitting .750. No errors. And Sani hitting .400.
Yeah, this has been a pretty entertaining brand of volleyball we've seen. We saw some crazy matches earlier tonight in the Big West, right? You had Long Beach State, which had to pull off the reverse sweep against CSUN on the road tonight. You had UC San Diego at home winning in 5 over UC Santa Barbara. And now Hawaii up 2-1, set 4 underway. Gillis blocked back, gets his own cover. Carlos goes right back to Gillis. Little stutter step approach, though. Diving save over the net by Galloway. And a bit of a mishit there by Campbell. And then Gillis is blocked en route. And they finally shut the door on Cole Gillis. His first hitting error of the night.
It's been 2 hours since he's made a mistake. What a night he's had.
He is human. Kind of.
We'll see.
Tella on the serve. It's Heno. Gets Irvine on the board here in set 4.
Once again, Joe Carlos with a creative set there. Not a true Bick to Heno in the back row.
It's going to be Connor Campbell. Steady force for this Irvine team, according to David Niffen with the serve. Good dig there by Sani. He'll get the set, but it was a little off the mark. So the sort of broad jump his way there. Now Hakas over the block, dug up by Heno. One hand set Carlos. The save there by Tella. Hakas tried to cut it thin there, diving save Carlos. Here's Gillis, and he hits it wide. I don't believe it. That's back-to-back hitting errors for Cole Gillis.
Not like him, that's for sure.
Not tonight, that's for sure.
Mr. Steady.
So 2 serving 1. And Spiros Hakas will send it across. 8 kills, hitting .304. 3 service aces, punched up off the net there by Carlos. And he'll swing, tips it over the block. Galloway the save, scramble play by Hawaii. Swung up in the air by Power on the falling save for Irvine. And then Sani blasts it long. They are going to call a touch, however. And Irvine gets the point. What was happening on that sequence?
That was bizarre. We're seeing a little bit of everything tonight.
Well, that may have been an out ball played by Hakas, middle set Voss, and it's saved by Gillis. So the bump set, Power to Sani. And he overpowers the Hawaii block.
Sani's another U.S. Beach collegiate player. He's got all the shots.
Tella goes backside. It's Demi, and he's able to push Dinkin through that block. Interesting serve there by Carlos, really forcing Spiros Hakas to make a decision, almost straddling that far sideline.
Both teams strategically and tactically such good serving teams.
Meanwhile, 18 kills now for Demi. Carlos goes quick middle, and it's dumped down there by Doug Dom. We have seen more tip shots, dinks, and push dinks tonight than I think in any other match all season.
He continues to have an errorless night.
There's Gillis, and he sends it out from the service line. So coming back to the mean just a little bit here in set 3. Cole Gillis.
His third service error on the night.
What a serve there by Demi. Great pass power. Back row set. Gillis tips it into the net. And Hawaii gets the point.
Cole Power, great pass. Muklis brought the heat that time. Power popped it right up.
Serving 4. Muklis into the twine.
Muklis with error, serving error number 4 on the night.
Big West Conference tournament to be held at Bren Event Center at UC Irvine. Really interesting, the conversation around that as Muklis pumps it through the block again. He's up to 19 kills. He's starting to approach his season high of 22, which he had against UCLA. But David Niffen suggesting that Bren Event Center might be the most level playing field in terms of the environment, in terms of the layout, the travel, and all of that stuff of any of the potential hosting facilities in the Big West. Sonny will now retreat back to serve after he gets that kill. We're tied at 6. But what would be your reaction to what David Niffen was suggesting?
I would agree with him. It's of the 3 sites where it's been held so far, it is the most neutral. And being in Orange County there, I think there's a lot of Hawaii fans that live in Orange County. And they would love to go support the Warriors during that week.
Bren Event Center, it's a wonderful facility, for sure. I think what he might be referring to is obviously having the rest of the conference travel out to Hawaii. That adds a layer of difficulty and something that isn't necessarily the optimal conditions for visiting teams. And then playing at Walter Pyramid at Long Beach State, just that crowd, that environment, some of the sight lines in there. So he's probably onto something as far as his representation of Bren Event Center, as that one is put down by Connor Campbell.
It's going to be a great event. Looking forward to it.
We'll be up there.
Good, we'll be there.
We'll be up there bringing you the first couple of days. April 20th and 21st here on Spectrum Sports. Championship is the 22nd, and that's going to be a touch, and thus an ace for Heno. And that's his 3rd ace of the match. So he is now up to 76 aces on the season.
Spittles just could not get out of the way.
8 serving 7. Roll serve, passed by Galloway. High ball set. Hawkes rising high. And then pulverizing the set.
No signs of that bad ankle that he had. He was nursing there for a couple weekends. Started to look good last week against Santa Barbara. Tonight also elevating quite well, showing no signs of that injury.
Tell it a serve. Carlos, that set a little tight to the net. Gillis, there was really nothing he could do with it. He had 3 blockers up for Hawaii. And Gillis was at the big-time disadvantage. So give Hawaii another block. They're up to 9 total team blocks here in this match, compared to 3 for Irvine. 9 serving 8. Tella Almost got the ace there. Good chase down touch by Sani. Seward the first touch. Tella middle. Voss gets it home. G. Voss with a little G-force. And Hawaii has scored 3 straight.
Only Voss's 6th attack of the night. Remember, he's pretty money when he gets the ball. He hits between 400 and 500 on his kill percentage, so he would love to see the ball more.
Carlos going D-set to Sani. Roll shot, sliding, save, Muklius. Scramble play for Hawaii, and Hakas. Oh, he went up and took a crack at it and got the touch. Timeout, Irvine. Hawaii has scored 4 in a row. They're up 11-8 in the 4th. Shakas for Hakas against the triple block. Welcome back. Other action in the Big West Conference. We mentioned Long Beach State having to go reverse sweep against CSUN on the road, and then UC San Diego winning in 5 over UCSB. So the updated standings. Obviously, you had a lot of Hawaii fans who were Matador fans for a time there in that match, but Long Beach State prevails, and you see the separation. Top 3, bottom 3. Pretty distinct at the moment. UC Irvine still in first place at 6-0. Hawaii trying to change that. Cole Gillis is dug up and hits the scoreboard overhead. And then Hakas couldn't get it down. The save by Sani. Middle set to Campbell off the block. Hawaii now with the advantage. Here's Hakas.
So she's been getting stronger as the night goes on. Nice touch up front. A great dig by Brett Seward. Keep that rally alive.
Spiros has awakened here this evening. Great serve by Tella. How about that effort by Sani to keep the sequence going? Hakas! Dropping a hammer.
Sani's effort here is tremendous. He almost gets this into drop for a kill.
And Hakas just showing some sheer ferocity at the net. Out serve, though, gives it to Irvine. Hawaii hitting .538 here in set 4 compared to 111 for Irvine. Nucleus off the block, and it's going to be a net violation against Demon. Carlos went tumbling, looks to be okay though. And it's 10 serving 13.
That's set by Tella, not his best of the night. Low and dying at the net. Nucleus has got a small block on his left.
The out serve gives it right back to Hawaii. And we talk about Demetrius Muklias. He has 6 blocks to go along with his 19 kills, and the 6 blocks, that is a new career record for Demetrius Muklias. Outside, it's Gillis. Diving save by Seward. Voss with the set. Galloway got under it a bit. Irvine gets to 11.
Not characteristic of Galloway to hit that kind of out ball there, given his last 5-6 matches.
Just his second hitting error of the match. Here he is again. 3 blockers up. The cover there by Seward. Tella going reverse style. Demi, it's dug up there by Heno. So Carlos highballed it to Sani off the block. It's drifting, and it finds its way out of play. And Irvine gets to 12 here in the 4th. Francesco Sani now up to 15 kills. And that serve by Carlos causing some trouble for Hawaii. Muklias, tough angle, but he handcuffed Carlos and gets Hawaii to 15 first in the 4th. Rainbow Warriors up 2-1. Welcome back. We mentioned the Big West men's volleyball tournament in Irvine, April 20th through the 22nd, quarterfinal round and semifinal round in their entirety on Spectrum Sports. So the 20th and 21st, all of that coverage we will bring to you. We look forward to it. It should be a doozy, as it tends to be year after year. 15 serving 12. Hawaii up 2-1 in the fourth. It's Keone Thim with the ace.
And the pole.
He has become a bit of a sensation even on the road. When he just decides to bounce it during timeouts off of the floor, he gets even opposing members of the fan base. He gets them yelling in response. Oh, that was another thunderous serve. Carlos digs it out of press row. Good set to Gillis. Blocked back. Carlos going middle, and Irvine gets the point anyway as Doug Dom puts it down. Great scramble improv there by the Anteaters.
Joe Carlos with the save over here by us. And he just rushes back onto the court to deliver a really, really beautiful quick set in the middle.
13 serving 16. Good pass that time by Hawkins. Hogan in the middle. You could feel that coming based on the pinpoint accurate pass by Spiros Hawkins.
Hawaii's only had 13 sets go to the middle. That's less than 13% of their sets. Normally they set the middles between 20 and 25%. Says a lot about Irvine's good serving. It's keeping Hawaii's setter Tella off the net, unable to set the middle.
5 kills apiece for Hoagland and Voss. Nucleus sends it out.
Service error number 5. That's not a category you want to lead in, by the way. But he's leading all Warriors 5.
That's all right, because he has lifted this team in some other areas, that's for sure.
True. And Sani's also got 5. That's the battle.
Connor Dom getting ready to serve. Taking his time here. 14 serving 17. Pass by Hawkins goes over the net. Hano trying to take advantage. It somehow finds its way back over on Irvine's side. Hano, the set was a little low. It didn't matter. He still was able to take advantage.
Cover by Hawaii up front from the first attack.
Irvine was arguing that there was a lift on the Hawaii side that allowed that sequence to extend. Either way, Hano gets the kill. He's now up to 12, hitting .214, which is significantly below his .309 season average. But he has had to climb himself out of a hole here early in this match, and he has done that.
He was hitting negative for 3/4 of a set.
15 serving 17. Tella going D-set to Nucleus, and he demolishes it.
Wow, what a swing by Demi. He has bailed out these Warriors so many times tonight. Count it, 21 times, hitting .447 with 2 blockers up most of the time. And he's got 6 blocks.
It's a 1 off his season high. Carlos going backside. It's Sani. Oh, the set was a little behind him. Advantage Hawaii. Here's Hakas. Oh, that's slowed down by the Francesco Sani block. He gets the set from power through the block, and Galloway couldn't quite conjure up the save.
Galloway was in the right spot. Block was well formed. Sani just went OTT and hard, as he usually does.
Yeah, 16 kills, hitting .464, Francesco Sani. And he's behind the service line.
He's going to bring some heat here, I guarantee you.
He does. Diving past Sheward. It was a pretty good one. Demi blocked back. One hand cover there, Galloway. Bump set, Sheward to Hakas. Dug up by Heno. It rattles around above through the scoreboard area and falls down on the Irvine side for a point.
Well, I got lucky lucky there that there was a scoreboard there, that's for sure.
And it didn't just tap the scoreboard, it actually rattled around up there.
I know.
So Hawaii, the beneficiary of several different caroms. And Iakana in and back to serve. 19 serving 16 in the fourth.
Let's see if he serves down the line to Heno.
He does. Pulls Carlos off the net. Disek goes to Sani. Roll shot, block back, and roofed!
Voss and Hawkes doing the job up front.
That's now 10 total team blocks for the home squad. (20 serving 16). Good pass that time by Heno. One hand set goes to Heno, and he throws it down with two hands. It was less of a set and a kill and more of an alley-oop pass.
It was. Now he's back to serve. This is a crucial rotation right here. As Lakana comes out, Sheward comes back in.
And here we go.
This is a vital rotation right here.
Lear Heno to serve. You can feel the anxiety in the building every time this guy behind the line. And popped up by Galloway. Well done. Here's Hawkes rising high, going cross court. Didn't get a touch. Misses wide. And it's a point for Irvine. I think Charlie Wade is going to challenge this. And he is going to suggest that there was a touch. Always the most difficult review that we have when it comes to this replay system.
Not sure if they were calling for a touch on the defender on cross court or on the block. Oh, right there. Oh, yeah. That's a touch.
Yeah, that
right
left
there. See
hand,
the fingers come back. Yeah.
the left hand of Campbell.
Yeah.
Even with that resolution, you're right, C-Mac.
Yeah.
Well, from that angle, though, it doesn't look as convincing.
Yeah, one angle looked like he touched it, and the other angle looked like he didn't touch it. Go figure. Let's flip a coin.
Yeah, there you go. Was there a touch on the back end by the defender? Can you even see from any of these angles whether or not the defender may have touched it?
Right.
This is a big call right here.
It is. Right there, looks like it touches there. In that angle. It touches Campbell's left finger.
Mainly is taking the headset off. Hawkes was in disbelief that he didn't get the call. And they called a touch. It goes from 18 serving 20 to 21 serving 17 in the fourth.
That's huge. Huge.
So give the kill to Hawkes. He's up to 14 put downs, hitting .419, and it is Jakob Tella to serve. Heno shanks it. Carlos chases it down. Somehow sets Sani, who gets blocked, but they're still playing on miraculously. Here's Gillis. Good job guarding the back end there by Galloway. Here's Dini. Are you for real?
What a rally on both sides. Carlos making a spectacular play to give a bump set from Hawaii's side of the court, by the way, outside the court. Hawaii somehow manages to keep this in play, and Tella, as usual, delivers money to Nucleus.
22 serving 17. Carlos has to chase it down. Goes high ball to Gillis through the block. Tella with his own save. Here's Nucleus. Dug up by Sani. So Carlos goes back to Francesco, tries to power it through the block, and he successfully does. Holy moly, does this guy drop bombs.
realized Tella wasn't playing that back right position. He was coming up for, I guess, a tip shot or something. But that back right should have been Tella. Oh, he was playing for the cross court.
18 serving 22. Angleter in with the serve. Here's Dimi. Off of Heno, it comes towards us. How about that save by Carlos while he was sitting on press row? Middle set Voss. Pinballed around, another save Carlos. Two-handed over, a free chance for Hawaii. Tella to Voss. And he's going to be called for the lift. And Irvine is going to get the point. That was crazy. And Charlie Wade is talking to Joe Carlos. And they're smiling. Look at this play here. Carlos jumps onto the table and saves it to keep the sequence going. But it seems as though after a discussion between Matthew Laveau and Wayne Lee, that they are going to make another ruling on the play.
I'll tell you what it is. You can't have both feet off the floor and be sitting on the press table and make a play. You got to have at least one foot on the floor, I believe.
That's a good call there, C-Mac. I think that's exactly what Charlie Wade was telling Joe Carlos, and basically saying, hey, look, that was one of the most unbelievable plays I've ever seen, but I think there was something wrong with it.
Yeah.
And so David Niffen awaiting further explanation. So let's take a look. So he's jumping on top of the table. He's sitting on the table. And so it wasn't as though he was mid-jump, because you can have your feet off of the floor if you are in the act of jumping towards the ball. But because he had lifted his feet on and was sitting on the table, I think that might be the distinction.
Exactly. And if they challenge it, it'll be clear to show that he is sitting on the table making that play. He's made a couple of great plays tonight, chasing down bad passes. Here you go. Climbs up, sits on the table, and makes his play.
David Niffen talking to us saying, I swear I have seen a lot of great Hawaii volleyball players jump over the table on saves and come back into the field of play. Carlos goes middle, and that one hammered by Dom.
I think the people that he saw do that, they made the play before they jumped over. They didn't jump over press row.
While they were in the act of jumping, as opposed to propping themselves up on the table.
Right.
William Darcy, now a 6'10" freshman from Brisbane, Australia, being brought into the match. It is 19 serving 23. This thing has had a bit of everything tonight, and still some drama here in fourth. Hakas with the overpass, put down by Sani. Spiros Hakas, it has to be said, C-Mac, he has struggled with Joe Carlos's serve all night long.
Yeah. Charlie Wade's got 2 timeouts left. I guarantee he'll call another one here.
And Schuard takes it, but it's another overpass, and it's going to be a violation against Tella. And it's a point for Irvine. They've scored 3 straight. It's 21 serving 23, and Charlie Wade signals for a timeout. Hawaii has to figure out a way to decode this tricky serve by Joe Carlos.
Isn't it ironic that some of the most crucial points are earned by slow serves?
I mean, you have a guy like Francesco Sani, a guy like Ilir Heno, and their dynamic serves, and it is Joe Carlos who just very surgically places it in a certain part of the court, causing Hawaii all kinds of difficulties.
Yeah. And Schuard was trying to help out Hakas by taking that last pass, but you probably should let Hakas just take it, not make the play on the run like that.
Let's check in with Ryan. Ryan, what you got?
Hey, thanks, Kono. Well, here on the Hawaii sideline, a lot of emphasis, of course, playing to the pass, but one player in particular who is leading this team, Jakob Tella. We talked to the senior setter earlier this week, saying he's really trying to relish every single moment left in this arena, really soaking it all in and helping him soak in all in is his parents, Maria and Hendrik, who flew in on Thursday. They plan to be here through senior week, as well as join the team on the road next week at the Big West Conference Championship and potentially going on to the National Championship. So the Tella's planning to be here for some time, cheering on their son. Back over to you guys.
Thanks a lot. And Jakob putting in yeoman's work again. 47 assists, 2 kills, an ace, 7 digs, a block.
It's about 12 assists per set. That would lead the country easily.
There's Mom. So we saw Henrik, now Maria there in the shot. And speaking of some performances on an individual level, Demetrius Muklias, 23 kills, season high, 6 blocks, career high. And Hawaii able to convert that time on the Carlos serve. Voss gets it down, and they rise here at Simplify Arena at Stan Sheriff Center. It'll take a few moments to wipe perspiration off of the floor. It is Aloha ball for the match. Guilherme Voss to serve. Hawaii trying to deliver Irvine its first loss in Big West Conference play. Pass by Power. Carlos going back row. Hano goes deep corner. Punched up in the air by Voss. Diving second touch there by Hoagland. Free chance here for the Anteaters. Carlos goes middle. And that windshield wiper swing of Doug Dom able to find the Terraflex.
Carlos is so good at setting those quick sets. Dom, that quick arm, as you said, windshield wiper style. He's had a great night tonight.
And Gillis, who's been trouble from the service line. Pass Galloway. Middle set, Hoagland! Bounces it off of the floor. And this one is Powell. Hawaii gives UC Irvine its first loss in Big West play. And there is now a three-way tie for first place in the league.
Great match, and I think it's going to be even better tomorrow night. I think these two teams are going to go back to the drawing board, shore up some weaknesses, watch a lot of film, and night number 2 will be dynamite.
Hawaii hits 451 for the match compared to 396 for UC Irvine. But a big differential, the blocking category. Hawaii had 10 total team blocks compared to 3 for the Anteaters. And how about the service aces? UC Irvine, a team reputed to be one of the best in the business when it comes to scoring from the service line. 6 aces. Hawaii also 6 aces. Bank of Hawaii presents the players of the match. Let's take a look. For Irvine, Francesco Sani, 19 kills, hit 455, 4 digs, and a service ace. And Demetrius Muklias, how he lifted his team here this evening. Where would they have been without his exploits? A season high 23 kills, hit 452, a career high 6 blocks to go along with 3 digs.
Dimi just bailed out Hawaii time after time after Hawaii would pass the ball poorly. They get a desperate setup to Dimi, and he would convert time and time again. He definitely deserved to be player of the game, that's for sure.
Hawaii gets its 12th straight victory going back to 2018 against UC Irvine. Let's send it over to Scott Robbs. He's with the winning head coach.
Coach, congratulations. That was some high-level volleyball tonight. Thoroughly entertaining.
Yeah, it really was. That's a really good team. It's, you know, I've said from the jump that they're as good as any team in the country. So nice to get a win tonight and a hard-fought battle for sure.
Everybody likes to talk about offense, but I thought your defense, your blocking, everything was pretty good tonight.
Yeah, I mean, we're kind of at that time of year where I don't really look at the stats all that much, and you can see what's happened on the court, but certainly our defensive effort was good. You like that?
And, of course, the Greeks. I mean, Muklias and Hakas, they were terrific.
Yeah, it's nice when we start getting Chaz had a nice night. Nice when we get that kind of production from all 3 pins, for sure.
What do you expect all night? Same thing.
Yeah, for sure. No doubt.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thanks. Aloha.
Aloha.
All right, thanks a lot, Scott. C-Mac, I'll give you the final word here.
I'm looking forward to tomorrow night. with there's so much at stake tomorrow night, in my opinion. You've got to finish top 2 in the league to get that bye. To play 3 nights in a row in that the league tournament and try to get that NC2A bid is really, really hard. So important for Hawaii to finish either at the top of the league or in second place. They took a giant step tonight toward securing a spot in the top 2. Because next week, remember, UC Irvine's got to go play Long Beach.
But it took, and certainly credit to all of the pin hitters for Hawaii, but it took a particularly Herculean effort on the part of Demetrius Muklias to get Hawaii through tonight in 4. What's it going to take, in your opinion, tomorrow night?
It's going to take better passing, in my opinion, because Demi can't be bailing him out all the time. Middle's got to get more involved. I think more sets to the middles, I think, will make a big difference.
Well, that will do it for us. Don't forget about the post-game show. This was another doozy of a victory for the Rainbow Warriors as they take down UC Irvine in 4 sets. For now, for Chris McLaughlin, I'm Kanoa Leahy. Until tomorrow, everybody, we bid you aloha from Manoa.
Highlights Hawaii UCI night number 1. We start off with the Manoa Roofing Company in Hawaii brought the hammer and the nail to this one. 10 total blocks. They outblocked UCI 10-3. The leader with 6 was Demi Muklias, 4 for Voss, 3 for Hawkes. How about the serving? We talked a lot about that on Game On. The UCI serving, they were pretty good. 6 service aces, a dozen service errors, 3 more service aces for the leader in the United States of America in college volleyball, and that's Heno. He had 3 service aces. How about Francesco Sani? So effective all night long. Sani led the way for the Anteaters with 19 kills, hit 455. He contributed a service ace as well, and even had 4 digs. But the story for Hawaii, Demi Muklias on the left side that time, but the opposite hitter for Hawaii had 23 kills, led both sides in that category, hit 452, and we mentioned he also contributed 6 blocks for UH as Hawaii was able to win in 4 and now find themselves in a 3-way tie atop the Big West Conference.
From Spectrum Sports, it's the Hawaii Honda Dealers post-game show.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for sticking around. Scott, James, Ryan. Hawaii wins it in 4 over a very tough UC Irvine team. I mean, after the second set, I had no idea what to expect. I mean, Hawaii rolled in the first, UCI rolled in the second, but Hawaii was able to take care of business in 3 and 4.
They could, and it just talks about what NCAA volleyball is this year. It could be anyone's night. It could be anyone's set at any given moment. Hawaii was definitely the more dominant team. They separated themselves when it came to blocking. They did a good job shutting down Heno. Heno's one of Irvine's very big hitters, and they did an incredible job stopping him. Demetrius Muklias blocking him all night with 6 blocks. He struggled a little bit to score, but the serving was a tale of both sides tonight, and it was incredible serving from both sides.
And I think one of the tests for Hawaii was how would they fare against the physicality of this Irvine team. I mean, when you look at the pins, they are just big and physical, recognizing that Hawaii's hitters will be going up against stronger blocks. And so one of the nice things I think for Hawaii fans is to see how Hawaii adapted. The outside hitters made changes to their offense and how they were hitting. We saw Spiros starting to heat it up in set number 4, going sharp cross court multiple times and really getting that angle down after going line, as we see Yaka being greeted by his mother, who's also in town. But here, look at some of the highlights from Spiros, who really came on towards the end of the set and finished with a solid night with 14 kills, hitting 419.
You know what I like, James, also is that Hawaii came out with a lot of energy tonight, right from the get-go. There have been times maybe when they played a team not quite the level of Irvine where it kind of looked like they were in cruise control. They knew what was at stake tonight.
They definitely did, and it's just that time of the season where Big West is slowly starting to wrap up. You don't want to leave anything up to RPI. It's the time where everyone's going to play their best volleyball. They've had about 3 months under their belt, 4 months of regular season play, off-season play, and now it's when it really, really matters. Every set, every point moving forward is going to matter, and I think they understand that. They've been in this situation the past 2 years as national champions, but they've been in this situation for the past 4 years and contending for it. So they know what it's going to take moving forward for this next month of incredible volleyball.
I think one of the things that's also very telling is you just watch body language on this Hawaii team compared to other teams that we see come into this arena, and they don't get phased. I mean, this is a team, as James said, has been there before. They've won a national championship. They know how to handle themselves under pressure. There's not a lot of panic on the players' faces. I mean, they're very calm. They're speaking to each other. It's almost very business-like, and you can really tell that they trust each other and they share a lot of information back and forth. But I think really Hawaii fans are going to miss Jakob Tella.
No doubt.
Tonight, he just made some unbelievable plays, from that backwards 3 set in set number 1 to just diving back sets, going from the left front, jacking it over his head all the way to the right side. Jakob does so much things that often go unnoticed. And I see a really clean volleyball player like that play. He just makes it look so easy.
How much do you think the factor is that he feels healthy right now?
It's definitely huge. I mean, as any athlete, when you're feeling good, you're going to play a lot better than when you're a little bit worried about some aches and pains. And I mean, the big thing is, in a game-like situation, often you don't think about it, but Jakob looks healthy. He's getting to certain balls that he may have been struggling a couple months ago. It's super fun to see him back and healthy. And on the net, I mean, you can't take him for granted. A lot of teams are going to jump with him. A lot of teams are going to hesitate to move to the pin. Jakob is very special, and something that I want to touch up on that Ryan said, and just repeat it. His ability to shoot the ball back to Demi across court from 20 feet away, not a lot of setters can do that, and he does it at an incredible and efficient rate.
All right, let's take a look at the final numbers from this one. First Insurance Company of Hawaii presents it, and there you see the overall numbers at the top. But Ryan, look at that. 451 for Hawaii.
And 9 errors. Just the efficiency of that, really just goes to show how Hawaii's attackers don't get frustrated at times. They keep it in play and they force the other teams to make move. And Hawaii earns points in other ways. 10 blocks, as well as just the defense really for both teams, 32-33. We really thought that this would be a defensive battle, and we saw it tonight.
So there you see the final numbers. Hawaii wins it in 4. And, James, you brought up a point before we came on. You looked at the serving numbers for UCI. They had 6 service aces, but you said that they only had 1 more ace after set number 2.
Yeah, Hawaii did a really good job responding and kind of taking a little bit more control of their big servers. Going into that 3rd set, UC Irvine had 5 service aces. They only added 1 more after that. Hawaii did a very good job just kind of like popping the ball up, just keeping the ball in play and trusting that their pin hitters are going to make a play out of it. Did an incredible job. And Brett Sheward, yes, kudos to him, because he stepped into the seams so well tonight, and you could see he's a great libero. He's established himself, but game by game he's just getting even better and better, and he's a big part of that serve receive for them.
All right, let's take a time out. When we come back, one of the heroes from tonight's victory is going to join us here in the corner as Hawaii wins it in 4. There you see the final numbers as Demi Muklius and company roll to a 4-set victory over the Anteaters of UC Irvine. Demi now joins us here in the corner. First off, congratulations, 23 kills tonight. It feels like you guys, now that it's rolled into the month of April, have kind of turned it up a notch, realizing that the end is not too far away.
I mean, yeah, that was our goal since the beginning of the season. We did not play well at the beginning. And yeah, our goal was to play our best when it matters the most. And that's what we're doing. That's what we're going to keep doing. And we're going to try to get better.
Yeah, because you guys came out hot tonight. I mean, you guys came out focused and really, you knew what was at hand.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. And Irvine is a good team with many weapons. But yeah, we play good.
Talk to us a little bit about your serving strategy moving forward, because it just looks like at the beginning of the year, it maybe was a little bit more on the safe side, but lately you've just been bombing it from the back. Talk to us a little bit about what goes through your head, before you serve, and a little bit of like the strategy, because I've seen a switch up. You're coming on with a lot more heat.
Yeah, first of all, today I don't think it was a good serving night for me. But yeah, this year I just try to be more aggressive. And yeah, we work a lot on our serving in practice, that is true. And yeah, the results on the court.
As a right side blocker, you rarely see a left-handed, left side hitter. It takes some adjustments. What was that like facing? What were you doing differently, knowing that you're going up against a powerful hitter like Keno, who's a left-handed hitter, and that's your blocking assignment?
Yes, it is It's very difficult, to be honest. Left side, outside hitters. It's really difficult, and it's really tricky because they like hitting more line, so you gotta adjust. But on the other side, they can cut it in the hard cross. Yeah, we had a great scouting report with our coach Kubono, and we're gonna watch some film and try to do the same tomorrow.
You have 3 more matches here at the Stan Sheriff Center left in your career, right? You're going to move on after this season. Have you thought about that at all yet?
I try not to. Chaz reminded me today, and I told him, don't talk to me about it. I don't want to think about it. It makes me sad.
What are you going to do after? I mean, I'm sure you're going to keep playing, but do you have any idea where you're going to go?
I'm not sure where, but I'll be playing professionally.
Last couple of months here, you know, playing with this incredible team. Talk to us about the growth and the experience. I mean, it must have been a little bit hard to be away for 1 year. That COVID year, you stayed in Greece, rehabbing your ankle. You know, your journey here wasn't the easiest, but just talk to us a little bit about like what it's been playing at Hawaii.
That is true. My journey was not easy at all, but I came back more focused and more determined to, you know, play my best and prove myself to all these people. And thankfully, I have all these teammates and coaches that help me do that, and we keep doing it.
Well, congratulations, Dimmy. Terrific night tonight by you and the rest of your teammates. We'll see you back out there tomorrow night.
Thank you very much.
In the corners, he and Hawaii defeat UC Irvine in 4 here in Manoa.
The beauty of life is feeling good.